If a plane crash is imminent, are the passengers informed? United Airlines Flight 232 was a DC-10 flying from Denver to Chicago O'Hare. When the aircraft was at its cruising altitude of 35,000 feet, a fan blade in the number 2 engine broke, causing an uncontained engine failure. In short, an uncontained engine failure is when the engine failure causes damage to the outer components of the engine. On this flight, the uncontained failure ruptured all 3 hydraulic lines which ran near the number 2 engine on the DC-10. When the hydraulics were ruptured, this caused the aircraft to become uncontrollable. Basic flight control features such as pitch, roll, yaw, were impossible. In fact, the only thing working for the flight crew were the engines. The 3 pilots, Captain Al Haynes, First Officer Bill Records, and Flight Engineer Dudley Dvorak, struggled to steer the plane using only engine power, juggling the throttles to make the asymmetric thrust turn the plane in a very slow wide right turn. It has been estimated that the odds of suffering such a complete systems failure are more than 1 billion to 1. The odds of landing it safely? Don't even get me started on that one. Because the plane couldn't use its ailerons, elevators, rudders, or any other major control surface, not only was it difficult to fly straight, but to turn, descend, line up with a runway, and land it at an appropriate sink rate and flare was damn near impossible. Anyhow, the flight crew enlisted the help of a DC-10 instructor, Denny Fitch, who also had no clue. Fitch helped with the throttles and essentially became a member of the crew. Because the aviator's code is aviate, navigate, and communicate, an announcement to the passengers only happened just a few minutes before landing in Sioux City. In his announcement, Captain Haynes said, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is Captain Al Haynes speaking. As you must be aware by now, we're having some control difficulties with the plane. We're attempting an emergency landing in Sioux City. We'll be landing in approximately 8 minutes. We've got about as much control over the plane as we can get, but I need you to understand this is going to be a crash landing. Please review your emergency procedures. This is going to be worse than anything you've ever been through before, and you need to be ready. We will do everything in our power to get everyone to the ground, but we need your cooperation." Obviously he wasn't going to sugarcoat anything. Here he was, flying a crippled airliner that had absolutely no control whatsoever, and he had 288 other poor souls sitting behind him. As the pilot in command, you are responsible ultimately for the outcome of the flight. So you want your passengers to be as equipped as possible to survive such a crash. Although Captain Haynes was not able to land the plane without fatalities, his actions no doubt saved hundreds of lives that day.